Hi guys, welcome to the channel of love. Okay, today, happy 4th of June. It's my youngest daughter's 17th birthday today, so happy birthday, Emily. And I felt like let's pull some magical fairies, unicorns. Let's have a rainbow day today. Celebration of the birth of my daughter. 17 today. Where's that gone? Okay. So we've got some daily guidance from your angels. We've got some magical unicorn cards. What else can we use? Come on, we want some fairies. Let's have a fairy oracle. Mermaids and dolphins. And that will do. For the time being, we've got no tarot cards. What we really want is the fairy tarot. The fairy tarot, where are you? Ooh. There you are. Come out to play. Should we see what's on the cards? Let's do it. I'm not sure what's going on with the lighting. Okay. Let's pull some oracle cards and some fairy tarot. I keep covering up my coaster, but I want that for my drink. Okay. Let's have a look and see what's on the cards for today. Fairies, speak to us. What do we need to know? What do we need to hear? What do we need to see? We'll just take those. Okay. 4 cards. Looks like they want to go off in pairs. Okay. Oh, we have the Princess of Summer. That's nice. Gentle, sensitive, kind, inexperienced. A new relationship or emotional experience. Invitations to social events. A compassionate friend you can share your concerns with. That's a lovely energy. Never noticed before that it's the Princess of Summer. Now that's the Page of Cups. That's when you're in love. Okay? It's actually like the main cover or the back cover to the cards. Princess of Summer. Oh, I can see what's on the other side. Oh, that's the reverse of it. The 5 of Summer. Trust that there is a reason for everything that happens. Remove yourself from negative emotions of others, focusing on that which frightens or worries you. So seeing as that's there, as I've turned it around to kind of show you this side, we can see the 5 on the reverse of that is the 5 of Summer. So I want to say here, this fairy, she's really trusting here. Trying not to look on the negative side of life. So let's have a look on this side then. We have balance. It's your masculine and feminine energy here. Blending together. Take everyone's input into consideration. Merge viewpoints to create a better solution. Take your time, there's no need to rush. So we have one side here, it's like one side of the coin, is trying to be very optimistic. And then we have the other side here, bringing in the balance. So it's kind of rubbing off onto the other side. Okay. Take everyone's input into consideration. Merge viewpoints to create a better solution. Take your time, there's no need to rush. That's temperance, but it's called balance in this card number 14. And we've got the 6 of Autumn, which is balance. 6 of Pentacles. The card's about balancing out really within the tarot, when it doesn't come to the major arcanas, would be Justice, that's a major arcana. Maybe really the 2 of Pentacles, when you're trying to balance out those 2 Pentacles, but the 6 of Autumn is bringing in that balance between material, spiritual. That's good where it says merging viewpoints here. So you're merging the spiritual with the physical. Okay, the good you do comes back to you. An unexpected inflow of money, borrowing wisely or repaying a debt. Things are balanced out. when we just let go of it. Comes in very much with the daily reading, guys. If you haven't been over to Storytime with Tarot, I'm over there now doing like 10 minutes readings, just a daily check-in on the story. So it's good to kind of put them together. But I don't go so into detail over there. So make sure you jump over and subscribe to Storytime with Tarot. Okay. Well, let's have a look at what the magical unicorns want to say. What are they saying? You gotta knock, knock, knock on wood. You gotta knock, knock on wood, baby. There's no tune to that. Ooh, 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 baby. So, okay, we got the tune in the end, okay. Just be yourself. That's the best plan, really. Just do you. Just be you. So to have the Princess of Summer, gentle, sensitive, kind, inexperienced. A new relationship or emotional experience, invitations to social events, a compassionate friend you can share your concerns with. Let's have a look at what the unicorns want to say about this. Best friends. True friends stick together no matter what. That's lovely. A new relationship or emotional experience, guys, here. Feels very much for the feminine. A compassionate friend you can share your concerns with. Looks like there's a best friend here on their way. Especially as they're going to take everyone's input into consideration, merging viewpoints to create a better solution. They're just taking their time, okay? They feel there's no need to rush this. So we have the Five of Summer. Trust that there is a reason for everything that happens. So there's a reason why your best friend has taken their time to get round to you. Remove yourself from the negative emotions of others, so you don't really know what's been going on behind the scenes with them. But you have removed yourself, okay, from negativity, or you're trying to not look into this, okay? You're trying to trust that there's a reason for everything that happens. Focusing on that which frightens or worries you. Okay, so there is this concern here regarding your best friend if you haven't heard from them. Let's see what the unicorns want to say. They say my heart's beating very fast. I can feel my heart. Brothers and sisters. To get along with others, see the love and the best within them. Now, this has been going through my mind. Actually, I was going to do a kind of reading on it, a video regarding who we are. Like, especially when it comes to a divine counterpart, who we are to them and what we feel like to them. And it's really a concept that we should really adopt, not just for like our divine counterpart, but actually for the world. And that is that, you know, some days we're going to need to be called upon, and our role's going to be, you know, someone's brother, or you may be called upon to be someone's sister, even to the point you're called upon to be someone's lover, okay, their mother, their father, their best friend. And since we've got the best friend cards and the brothers and sisters, that's who we kind of come across to. There's sometimes we need to, let's say, if I was going to step into the brother role, I'll be quite masculine, okay? I'll be excited, adventurous. There'll be maybe a boyish, an athletic approach to it. It would be about games, maybe. Conversations. But if you're with your brotherhood, if you imagine how boys hang out, okay? Like your best friend, your best buddy, your brother, who sticks by you. And then you've got the sister. And if you hang out with your sister, then you'll be a bit more giggly and girly, and you might pamper yourself. And then we have the mother. Well, she's going to be nurturing, and she might tell you off, okay, but it's only because she cares. And then you could have the father role where you're actually in like authority, and you feel like you're telling your partner off, like you're directing them, like you're giving them a telling off. Then you have the best friend who is just your best friend, There's times when they might feel like they're your actual daughter or your son. Okay, so it's kind of this energy of that's where the worry is. You don't know whether or not you feel like their brother, their sister, their mum, their dad. You know, you're treating them like a child, or maybe you feel like a child and they feel like they're your father. So, I don't know if that come out right, but do you get it? And I think that sometimes, I was actually going to do a deck of cards on it to kind of tap into what energy, you know, our world needs us to be. Maybe they need us to be, you know, giggly today and all pampery, because emitting that energy is what, you know, our world needs, the current energy. Or whether or not, you know, we need to be more playful and encouraging people to be more sporty, as in like a brother kind of role. Sisters, brothers, okay, lovers. Now that's the one, because you can come across, especially being a light worker, you will compliment people, like naturally, not because, you know, like you genuinely just compliment people. For one, you understand how important, you know, receiving compliments is, and showing appreciation to people. So interesting, I just said inspiration to people. This feels like the inspiration that two people can bring to the table rather than just one. It's like bringing brothers and sisters together, your best friends together, and helping to impact our world kind of through that example of having the balance, because we've definitely got balance on the other side here. So you must be talking about this for a reason. Okay, where was I going with that? I'm not sure. But you kind of get what energy we need to step into. Oh, we was talking about the lovers. Okay. But what can happen is that when you're friendly and, like, you know, you're helping someone to connect to love, okay, and you might ignite the love within them. And then this is when things can kind of, like, viewpoints. Someone can take it as like a come on, where actually you're just being like, this person might not have anyone to love them. So you're kind of stepping in the place of the lover. So you're asking them, you know, asking them questions about themselves. You're inquiring about them. So you might be their best friend. You might be kind of saying you look really nice, especially if you're complimenting the opposite sex. So let's just say I was to say to a masculine, I really like what you're wearing. That you look really good today. I'm actually giving them a confidence, like, through building their, like, ego, okay? But they could take that as in a come on, because it doesn't happen often. It's not often people compliment each other for no reason. It's like there always has to be kind of like a meaning behind it. And it's not, this is a universal love that we're trying to adopt. Okay. Hope you're sticking with me on this one. Best friends stick together no matter what. So there's definitely something here about why we are concerned and why we step into all these different roles here. I don't actually want to read those cards. I do know with the brothers and sisters here, it kind of says, you know, maybe you've had a falling out or with a best friend. And the same with the best friends card, it kind of says someone needs you. Feels very much like swallow your pride. Okay. So let's go over to this other side here then. Take everyone's input into consideration. Merge viewpoints to create a better solution. Take your time. There's no need to rush. In a way, it feels very much like, why do we care so much? And that's kind of getting to the root of it. It's like, why do we concern ourselves so much? Why do we have worry about others? Very soon, with this balance, take everyone's input into consideration. Merge viewpoints to create a better solution. Take your time. There's no need to rush. We're going to read this soon. Okay. We're going to read this now. And then we've got very soon. Let's read. I'm going to read this balance card. It's a major arcana. It is temperance. Although justice is coming through, especially as we got the Six of Autumn. So balance is the universe has stepped in. okay? But that Six of Autumn is that you need to do it within the physical. The universe doesn't do that for you. It steps in. It's like changed your viewpoint on things. Okay. And then you have to do the work with the Six of Autumn. I did feel here about swallowing your pride. It's like somebody really, it's like understand their perceptive. So seeing things from their point of view. Should we just get on with this? Let's. It's like there's a lot trying to explain, wanting like, but not finding, inexperienced. That Princess of Summer, gentle, sensitive, kind, inexperienced. So it's definitely his understanding about balancing these emotions that we have, merging viewpoints, understanding why we behave the way that we do, why we are so concerned with what's going on with others. Because I picked up here about you just do you, okay? You just need to be. Let's look at this balance because it's on the other side here. Now is the time to be open to compromise and cooperation with others. The perfect resolution is one in which each person's input is taken into consideration and blended into a win-win that everyone can feel good about. It's time to pause, take a few deep breaths, or even go for a quiet walk with the fairies in nature. Ask them to remove any anxieties you're experiencing so that you can return to a place of peace. This time of reflection can help you become aware of new and creative solutions. Be open to unique ideas that can be mixed together to bring about unanticipated and exciting results. Our fairy stands before the mighty lion at the mouth of Chalice Well. Blood red iron, one in the water. Oh, it doesn't say one, sorry, it says ore. Blood red iron ore in the water represents the feminine energy, while the white water represents the masculine force. Together, they are collected into the chalice and symbolise the balance of the male and female strengths within each of us. So brothers and sisters, okay. Mothers and fathers. Grandmothers, grandfathers, come on, we get it. Sons and daughters, okay. Masculine, feminines. The two energies are equally important for creation, health, success and happiness. So it's a universal love here, okay? Balancing out these energies. Additional meanings of this card: moderation and self-restraint, merging viewpoints to create a superior opportunity, and taking your time and not rushing, a reaction that's appropriate to the situation. Very soon. What you're asking for will happen soon in a happy way. Then we've got the Six of Autumn. The good you do comes back to you. Okay. So I also wanted to speak about the law of attraction, about understanding that our mood obviously attracts our day. That's what I want to say. You wake up in a bad mood, you should be understanding now how your feelings, your thoughts create instant manifestations, okay? And you're starting to recognise how karma works. So we have the good that you do comes back to you. It's about just wanting to be a good person, okay? Do good things for the right reasons. In comes an unexpected inflow of money, and borrowing wisely or repaying a debt. Now, should we read this? I think we should read this one. It's interesting because I noticed that it went spring, summer, and then it went winter, autumn. Okay. Sharing the success you're blessed with is vitally important. As you give to those in need, heaven gives back to you. Giving doesn't have to be in the form of money. There are many who are in need of your time as a volunteer. Perhaps you have excellent advice to provide or could offer instruction or experience to an apprentice. It does look like over on this side, the feminine energy here, so it looks like she's inexperienced. She's gentle, sensitive, kind and inexperienced. And I feel like the masculine's coming in here with this strong authoritative energy for the feminine here very soon. Apparently. It will be apparent soon. Okay. Be wise in your giving. It's important to know that the organisation you're supporting is reputable. I'm sure I said that wrong. Reputable and doing honest, good work. Okay. So this is something that kind of sits within you now. The work that you do. The work that you do comes back to you. It says the good that you do comes back to you. So you understand if you're involved in anything that's a bit dodgy, a bit shady, you need to step into the light, okay? So it's about not having, because I spoke about being a good person, okay? And doing the right things for the right reasons. And it looks like if you're doing things that you're not particularly happy about, you're adjusting them now. Be wise in your giving. It's important to know that the organisation you're supporting is reputable and doing honest, good works. Do your research or ask God, the angels and the fairies to deliver clear messages about which associations you can trust. A prosperous fairy shares her wealth with those around her. Her kindness is admirable, so long as she is giving wisely. Additional meanings of this card: balance between giving and receiving, providing what is truly needed, sharing the wealth, tithing, money for college or continuing education. Money for college or continuing education. Well, I feel here with the merging of the void points. Okay, so both could be in the void here and they're about to meet. It feels like that 4D tunnel meeting in this. It said it will become apparent soon. Well, that's what came out. So they're both in the tunnel. They're in the dark at the moment, both of these. This masculine and feminine. I'm sure there was something else I wanted to add, but I've decided not to. Okay, let's see what the unicorns want to say. It's worth waiting for. Your patience will be rewarded. Okay. There's the feminine here, waiting. It's like with her her black unicorn. So the black representing the divine feminine here. Now, it's actually like the divine feminine's essence with the blood here. It's coming out of the masculine's mouth. If they're merging viewpoints, then he's speaking. I felt like he was, again, speaking words of wisdom. Let it be. What was coming out of the masculine's mouth is the divine feminine's truth. Seems to be splurting out of his mouth. So very soon. He's got some things that he's needing to say. And it definitely is about vocalising them. Because I was struggling as in a way to kind of explain that situation over there. Worth waiting for. Okay. Are we looking at the bottom of the decks now? We can look at the bottom of the unicorn deck. No? Okay, we'll do that at the end. Who's next? Magical mermaids and dolphins. Let's look on this feminine side here. So there's a new relationship, or there's a new emotional experience coming. And it's definitely a friend who's coming who you can share your concerns with. And then I feel here it's like, don't get defensive. Trust that there's a reason that everything's happened. It's definitely a universal love here. Removing yourself from the negative emotions of others. And try not to focus really on that which frightens or worries you. It's like you're such a caring soul. I think it said here about you being admirable. Okay. Let's have a look at what the magical mermaids and dolphins would like to say. We're going to choose a card. Stay optimistic. Your dreams are coming true. Don't quit right before the miracle occurs. Come out at the beginning of the week. Miracle. Don't quit. It's most definitely about staying positive and optimistic, Divine Feminines. You don't actually know what's going on behind the scenes. You might feel a bit lonely, but doesn't that come up in the weekly reading around this time? You might be feeling lonely, missing your best friend. And it's like, feel them energetically. It's like they're there. There's a universal love here. So stay optimistic. Okay, let's get one for this other side, which I do feel is the Divine Masculine side. So very soon it's worth waiting for, with balance and the Six of Pentacles. Positive energy. So that's why it's so important to stay positive, okay? Stay on that rainbow bridge. Because it's transmuting over to the masculine. It's doing its job by staying optimistic, okay? It's the law of attraction. Surround yourself with positive people and situations and avoid negativity. I'm going to read this card because it speaks about going on a negativity diet, and that's going to be quite hard at the moment. To not want to turn on the news or to check in what's going on with the world. And you've got to just do you, okay? Just be. And stay in integrity. Just be and stay in integrity. Positive energy. But I'm going to read this because I'm going to let the mermaids and dolphins speak. And they can give you some guidance on that. Have a look at how it affects you when you do watch the news, when you do become aware of something that you didn't know, how it unbalances you. That's what I'm saying. You should be able to notice what you put your attention on, you're intending, okay? Don't go near it. I know it's just recognise, okay, how it affects your energy. Your manifestation work is going wonderfully well. By drawing this card, you're encouraged to take the process to an even higher level by going on a negativity diet. This means avoiding negative influences as much as possible. Avoid negative discussions with yourself or others. Turn off television and radio programs with negative themes and stay away from violent movies. Or violent areas, should we say that. Don't read pessimistic headlines and steer clear of gossip-based magazines. This negativity diet will cleanse you of any hidden blocks that could slow down the manifestation of your dreams or prevent them from coming true at all. Another thing you can do is to apply feng shui, the ancient Chinese art of placement, to your physical environs, which will help enhance the positive energy in all of your surroundings. You're also asked to donate or sell items that are cluttering your home. This helps you bring in new energy and opportunity and will also establish an environment that promotes creativity, health and abundance. Just do you. You, yourself and I, okay? In your home, declutter, get rid of so much. Seriously, you don't need it. And most of it you don't even want. Okay? Clear room, move things around, make your environment different. Okay, it's your environment, you can take control, you have control over that inside your home, okay? Keep that nice and fresh. So let's get some daily guidance from your angels. And they're telling you, declutter, get rid of it all. Count your blessings, see how much you've actually got that you can get rid of. Look what you've been blessed with and actually to share with others. You've got to share it. If you're not using it, share it. Give it to someone who will get pleasure out of it. Okay, the time's up, it's done. Whatever it was a nice idea, it was a nice purchase, but do you use it? Do you love it? And don't say, but you was going to use it. If you haven't used it up till now, you're not going to use it, are you? It's like, come on. Right, okay. There's other things that you can focus on. Your space. Let's look for the feminine side here. Daily guidance. Your life purpose. The purpose of your life is to serve in a way that brings great joy to yourself and others. Don't worry about finding your purpose. Instead, focus upon serving a purpose, and then your purpose will serve you. The purpose that you're focusing on at the moment is clearing your space and staying negative. You're going on a negativity diet and staying negative. You're not staying negative. It's exactly what you're not going to do. You're going to put your whole intention, your whole being, on being in this positive energy the best that you can. Okay, when you hear the news, come on, turn it off. Turn down the radio, turn off the telly, don't even check in. Try it for a couple of days. And don't have a look at what's going on outside. Unless it's directly in your doorstep. Okay. But positive energy, you've got control inside that home, okay? And you watch, it won't even be able to come near you, all that negativity. Watch how you can block it out. But are you intending to do that? Saying, this isn't my world, this isn't my life. Others can choose that, but not you. And you stay optimistic. You're meant to be staying in anyway. So, life purpose. You're here to serve positive energy. Let your past go there, but let your past go. Get rid of all of it. Okay, that life's gone. That was an old life, an old world. Keep the love and the lessons. You can take photographs of all those things, okay, but you don't have to lug them around with you, like the whole of your life, or your past, do you? No. So let's have a look at a daily guidance message for the masculines. Fresh air, masculines. Your body needs refreshment and let's get this out. Your body needs refreshment. You want a beer? A nice cold beer. Okay, your body needs refreshment from oxygenated air generated by grass, trees, plants and flowers. Spend time outside today, as near to Mother Nature's cradle as possible. Open your curtains and windows to refresh your home as well. And make sure you clean your windows. Okay, it's really important that is your, that's like, I don't want to say like your TV screen, but that's like your image, that's your vision. You don't want that all clouded and dirty when you look out of the window and you've got like dirty windows to look out of. Clean your windows. On the car as well. You might not be driving so much, but make sure your windows, you've got a clear view. Okay, but in your home, you don't want to be looking out of dirty windows. You don't want to be laying in bed looking out the window and it's dirty. Get your windows cleaned. Open up, let the air circulate in the house. Some fresh air. Okay. Wow. Right, let's go to the Oracle of the Fairies then. You can go out, take a nice little walk, but it's got to kind of be in nature. Stay away from them cities. Go to the local park. Find a nice wood to walk in. Somewhere local. You can escape. Okay, feminines, let's have a look. Oracle of the Fairies. You've got temptation. Are you in denial about an unhealthy habit, perhaps one that makes you feel guilty? This fairy says you have the power to overcome temptation, whatever its guise. Interesting. Now, the temptation could be to get wrapped up in negativity. Could be to watch the news. There's a temptation. Could be something that you're doing that you know is not really healthy for you. And you want to work on that. But that's quite good. If you're inside the home and you're working on this positive energy, then I'm sure you'll tackle it at the same time. Okay. Lead us not into temptation. What is it that you desire? The Fairy of Temptation reminds us that we all have desires. This is part of the human condition and it's totally fine. Desires may be things that make us happy and feel good, or be activities that can potentially harm us, such as smoking, drinking, or substance abuse. Alternatively, there's a temptation to be or feel holier than thou, or the most spiritual, showing us that temptation can manifest in many ways. Junk food is something many are tempted by. This is mainly due to the way it's advertised, but also when we're craving certain nutrients and vitamins, in which case we tend to get a quick fix by eating things that are very often sugary. Anyone else been eating more junk food since all this has gone on? I've recognised I have. Okay, so it's something, I don't know what it is, but where we find comfort. So have a look at that, whether you're tempted by junk food at the moment. And this part here where it says alternatively, there's a temptation to be or feel holier than thou and the most spiritual. So it's kind of like, that's why it's best just to do you and keep yourself to yourself. Even if you feel, you know, you need to go and express your word and try and bring peace by like protesting. It's like, well, how about if you don't? We work on your environment and trust that that will ripple out. Okay. We can learn to overcome the negative aspect of temptation with the help of the fairies. Go outside into nature. So masculines, you're going out into nature, which will help the feminines here as well. They might be, with things going on, a bit more fearful about going out. So I feel like if the masculines get their dose of fresh air, will hopefully, you know, be transmuted over to the feminines here. Go outside into nature, dig a small hole and whisper or shout out loud anything you wish to remove from your life. These can be temptations that do not or no longer serve your higher spiritual and physical good. Now fill in the hole with the soil you dug out. You do this in the garden if you have a garden. Do some planting, divine feminines, and just shout them out into there. Okay? So go outside into nature, dig a small hole and whisper or shout out loud anything you wish to remove from your life. These can be temptations that do not or no longer serve your higher spiritual and physical good. Now fill in the hole with the soil you dug out, dead and buried. Let go of the past, guys. The fairies can help you to transmute your misdirected energy into healthy, harmonious and positive energy, so you feel rebalanced and realigned. The more balanced you are, the less likely you are to succumb to temptation. The fairy of temptation is not a judge of temptation. She is merely showing ways in which you can regain control over this aspect of your life. She can make us feel empowered and able to say no to the things we know aren't good for us. With empowerment comes confidence, and with confidence comes the ability to make positive choices in our lives. Very interesting, because it's really crossing over, isn't it? That's for the feminines. I spoke about that with balance here on the masculine side. Saying no to the things that we know aren't good for us. Okay, or the associations. Who and what we choose to associate ourselves with. Let's get one for the masculine side. I think I'm going to end on an oracle of shadows and light. Pure intention for the masculines. Interesting. The divine feminine staying optimistic. You're the one who's dealing with the temptation, divine masculine, but they have that from the fairy oracle, and you have pure intentions. Okay, very interesting. The fairy of manifestation will help you to use your wishes wisely. Manifest your heart's desire with pure intention and for the highest good of all. Feels like the divine feminine's been blowing dandelion seeds. Okay, make a wish. Pure intention. The fairies are usually very happy and willing to help us manifest our wishes, as long as these wishes are both from our heart and not for selfish reasons. Okay, let's listen up then, divine masculines. It's very dark, this lighting. Oh, okay, we're back. It's also important that your wishes don't impose on the free will of others, and that your wishes are for the highest good of all concerned, including the fairies. Looks like little orbs there, look. This means turning This means tuning into your inner wisdom. If it feels right, you can also call on the fairy of manifestation to supercharge your wish. Here's a wonderful wishing technique using dandelion seed heads, which are full of wishes just waiting to be carried into the air, fueled by your wish and wishful intent. Hold one of the fluffy seed heads to your heart and visualise your wish. Imagine that your wish has already come true, including your thoughts, feelings and emotions when the wish has been fulfilled. Then take a deep breath, fueled by your wish, and blow the seeds into the air. Know the wish seeds will be collected and protected by a sylph wish guardian, one of the many tiny fairies who dwell in the air. The sylph will take your wish to the queen of the sylphs and ask her to manifest it for you. It's important to give thanks to the sylphs once you've blown your wishes away. The beauty of making wishes in this way is that you're also helping the plant to spread its seeds far and wide. When you help nature, you automatically assist the angels too. So this is a wise way to create a win-win situation for them and you. Get out there, Divine Masculines. You're out in nature doing what the Divine Feminine's like at home at the moment. Doing the home. Maybe that's where you've been. You're out. You're doing your part now with this positive energy. You've got to spread those seeds of manifestations. Oh, that's beautiful. Really is beautiful reading, guys. And it comes in, especially with the weekly reading on Monday. It's meant to be the masculines on Monday, but it came out with the Divine Feminines. And I spoke about maybe you're blowing kisses to each other. Whispers of love, wishes. You're sending best friend wishes to each other. When you send your best wishes, don't you? Best friend wishes. Okay, let's finish with this Oracle of Shadows and Light, and I'm going to get off. And then tomorrow it's Friday. We've got the Feminines on Friday. Okay. It's all ready for the weekend. Let's then finish with this message. If we could just have the one message, that would be awesome. Thank you. Grumpy Red Fairy. Be your true self. Okay. Card number 8. Let's read about the Grumpy Red Fairy. Be your true self. See if I can bring this light back a bit. So I have to kind of come in and it's not working. Okay, that's cool. I've got the light on. I don't know if it makes... Listen, it's only really me that's... Just look at the Grumpy Red Fairy. Okay. About the Grumpy Red Fairy. The Grumpy Red Fairy is tired of being judged by people busy sticking noses in her business, declaring she doesn't look happy, declaring that she doesn't look happy enough, or saying that she should look and act and dress another way. She's very cross because it's tiring walking down the street or into school or around teachers or parents or friends or classmates who evaluate her. It's true that she's quirky and punky and that she never smiles unless she truly wishes to. She's often silent and can feel very out of sorts. But she's never disruptive or unkind or cruel. She just knows it's time to be real and not to fall into the trap of faking a smile. She'd rather frown till she giggles. The Grumpy Red Fairy speaks. I want to be me. I want to be free, without everyone giving me an opinion. I like being different. I won't be changing unless I want to. I don't need to change to fit in. I only need to be true to me. And the people who think I should be smiling or wearing a pretty dress and that I should stop messing with my hair, they can just deal with it. Some folks do gasp at tattoos, piercings, black clothes, but guess what? Some of the world's scariest looking people are the kindest and sweetest on the inside. You too are fiery, playful, defiant, and lots of fun. Be you. Be rebellious even. Oh, go on, I dare you. I don't need to be dared to be rebellious. I love it when someone dares me to be a rebel. Let's not. Okay, we're not. Well, we're going there anyway. Be you. Be rebellious. Even. Who's to say how you should look or behave? Conformists. That's who. Let's burst their boring bubble and go wild. To some people in this world, sadly but oh so truly, it is all about fitting in, all about playing by the rules. And because they put so many restrictions on themselves, they get very disapproving when others, like you and the grumpy red fairy, feel free enough to be themselves, to express themselves in exciting and dynamic and creative ways. When the grumpy red fairy comes to play, it must be time to really just be your own true self. It must be time. Did I say that? It said it may be time to really just be your own true self, whoever that is, from day to day. Wear black, experiment with your hair and your own personal style, play the drums, join a rock band. Just don't fake it. Don't smile and be sugary sweet and all nicey nice just because you think that's how you should be. Be real, be authentic, be funny, be you. Try different things, find out who you are. Then the smiles that do come will be genuine and will warm the hearts of us all. That's an awesome reading. Guys, have yourself a fantastic Thursday and I will catch up with you soon. Take care. Much love. Bye for now.